Salut à tous, bienvenue sur Squalamita Room, je suis Nicéphore et aujourd'hui on se retrouve sur le jeu Destroyer The U-Boat Hunter et on va continuer notre carrière. Donc là, dernièrement, on était resté à une mission glacée, mais c'est la mission vide dans les icebergs, j'ai l'impression que ça tourne en rond et j'espère que le jeu évolue quelle que soit l'issue de mes batailles, parce que sinon ça va être longué et ça va me saouler. Donc je crois que dans le jeu on peut recevoir des torpilles, donc faut faire très attention. Faut faire aussi très attention aux icebergs, de ne pas heurter des icebergs et faire attention de ne pas heurter des navires alliés. Voilà. Donc tout ça c'est très compliqué.
Contact Able now bears 3, 4, 9er, range 3,800 yards. 3, 4, 9. Course 3, 4, 9. Aye, sir. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
On attaque Able comme d'habitude.
Contact Able now bears 3, 4, 4. Range 3,700 yards. 3, 4, 4. Aye, sir. Contact Able now bears 3, 4, 0. Range 3,400 yards. Course 3, 4, 0. Aye, sir.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, starboard bow. Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
Contact Able now bears 3, 3, 5. Range 3,100 yards.
Mais il y a des trucs que je comprends pas, c'est que est-ce que le
Contact Able now bears 3, 3, 0. Range 2,800 yards.
Stand by to fire.
0. Course 3, 3, 0. Aye, sir. All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Fire. Fire.
Contact Able now bears 3, 2,
Fire.
5. Range 2,500 yards.
2/3. Aye, sir.
New course 3, 2, 5. Course 3, 2, 5. Aye, sir.
peut-être réfléchir leur canon.
Fire. Fire.
Contact Able now bears 3, 1, 9er. Range 2,400 yards. Course 3, 1, 9. Aye, sir.
Oh, c'est pas vrai.
Stand by to fire. Fire.
Contact Able now bears 3, 1, 4.
Fire.
Range 2,200 yards. New course 3, 1, 4. Course 3, 1, 4.
Fire.
Aye, sir.
En plus, je peux même pas commander.
Lost contact. Able. Last bearing. 3, 1, 2. Last range. 2,000 yards. New course. 3, 1, 2. Course 3, 1, 2. Aye, sir.
J'ai perdu contact.
Hockey reporting.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Roger. Hockey engaging.
j'espère que ça va aller cette fois-ci. Parce que sinon, là j'ai déjà planté Ultimate General.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 053. Range 4,300 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar.
Bearing.
053. Range 4,300 yards. I designate
Contact. Baker.
time 14:12.
Lost contact. Baker. Last bearing
de notre
055. Last range 3,900
J'ai à peine
yards.
repéré le père, c'est n'importe quoi. Donc j'ai envoyé Able. Ok sur Able, donc nous on va s'occuper de Baker. C'est celui qui est le plus loin hein, dans le truc.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. Able. Bearing. 271. Range 1,500 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 264. Range 1,900 yards from Bloodhound. Degrees right. Aye, sir.
New course.
Ah, voilà Able.
264. Course 264. Aye, sir.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, dead ahead.
263. Course 263. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 259. Range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound.
9. Course 259. Aye, sir.
Ah, il faut renvoyer le...
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, starboard bow.
Hockey reporting.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 251. Range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Roger. Hockey maneuvering to new station. Antler reporting.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact. Baker.
Roger. Antler attacking contact. Baker.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 249. Range 1,900 yards from Bloodhound.
49. Course 249. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 249. Range 1,600 yards from Bloodhound.
New course 249. Course 249. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 247. Range 1,300 yards from Bloodhound.
New course 247. Course 247. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 245. Range 1,000 yards from Bloodhound.
5. Course 245. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 241. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound.
241. Aye, sir.
Attention. Attention.
has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 2, 3, 4. Range. 400 yards. From Bloodhound.
3, 4. Course 2, 3, 4. Aye, sir.
Là, c'est marrant, il n'y a pas le
Bloodhound,
sonar.
this is
Dans...
Maple. Maple now has
Don't
sonar
click.
contact. Able. Bearing. 2, 0, 5. Range. 100 yards. From Bloodhound.
2, 0, 5. Aye, sir. Fire 1. Fire 2. Fire 3. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 0, 4, 3. Range. 200 yards. From Bloodhound.
Bridge, poor lookout, oil slick, bearing, 0, 3, 8.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing. 0, 3, 4. Range 300 yards. Surface radar has regained contact. Baker. Bearing. 0, 5, 6. Range 3,700 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 0, 3. Range 500 yards. Wake on right cut. Lost contact. Baker. Last bearing 0, 5, 6. Last range 3,400 yards.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 2, 4. Range 500 yards. Strong propeller noise. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 8, 1. Range 400 yards. Strong propeller noise. Degrees left. Rudder 30. Degrees left. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 2, 3. Range 200 yards. Strong propeller noise. 3. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fire 1. Able. Last bearing. 1, 9. Fire 2. 5. Last range. 100 yards. Fire 3.
This is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 0, 7, 4. Range. 100 yards. From Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Antler. Bloodhound. This is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 0, 4, 4. Range. 400 yards. From Bloodhound.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to station. Bearing 0, 2, 1. Range 3,900 yards. From guide.
Roger. Antler maneuvering to station bearing. 0, 2, 1. Range 3,900 yards. From guide.
Bloodhound. This is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 0, 3, 1. Range. 800 yards. From Bloodhound.
0, 0, 3. Aye, sir. New course. 0, 3, 1. Course 0, 3, 1. Aye, sir. Surface radar has regained contact. Baker, bearing 0, 4, 4. Range 3,500 yards.
Bloodhound. This is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 0, 0, 6. Range. 900 yards. From Bloodhound.
0, 0, 6. Course 0, 0, 6. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound. This is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing. 3, 5, 1. Range. 700 yards. From Bloodhound.
1. Course 3, 5, 1. Aye, sir.
this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 346, range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
6. Course 346. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 351, range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
351. Aye, sir. Fire 1. Lost contact. Baker. Last bearing 050. Last range 1,900 yards. Ready depth charges.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 161, range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. Baker, bearing 058. Range 1,900 yards from Bloodhound. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able, bearing 165. Range 400 yards. 65. Course 165. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Baker, last known bearing 063. Range 1,600 yards from Bloodhound. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 197. Range 500 yards. Contact increasing depth. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 237. Range 300 yards. Wake on left cut. Course 237. Aye, sir.
Donc ça, dès que ça disparaît, je largue. Ça, je sais pas utiliser ça.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie holds sonar contact. Charlie, bearing 13. Fire 1. Range 8,700 yards. From Fire 2. Evaluated as definite sub.
Bridge,
Fire
contact.
3.
New contact from sonar. Bearing 133. Range 8,700 yards. I designate contact Charlie. Time 14:24.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 237. Last range 300 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 038, range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
All escorts. Contact Baker has most likely been sunk by Hockey. Congratulations to your crew. Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 046, range 900 yards from Bloodhound.
Roger. Mountie engaging contact. Charlie. New course 046. Course 046. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 061, range 1,000 yards from Bloodhound.
1. Course 061. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 071, range 800 yards from Bloodhound.
1. Course 071. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 069, range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Course 069. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 061, range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
61. Aye, sir. radar has a new contact. Bearing 170. Range 6,500 yards. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 134. Range 8,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 261. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 170. Range 6,500 yards. I designate contact dog. Time 14:27.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 244. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Roger. Antler engaging. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie made...
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 213. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Course 213. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 172. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
172. Course 172. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 120. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
120. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Charlie. Bearing 134. Range 8,300 yards from Bloodhound. Fire 1. Fire 2.
Je crois que je suis un peu
Ready
impatient.
depth charges. Fire 3.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 352. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
Course 352. Course 352. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 320. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 315. Range 600 yards. 315. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 288. Range 500 yards. Wake on right cut. 288. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 279. Range 100 yards. Weak propeller noise. Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing 157. Last range 5,500 yards. Surface radar has regained contact. Dog. Bearing 154. Range 6,200 yards. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 279. Last range 100 yards. Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing 154. Last range 5,700 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 088. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 089. Range
Je suis sûr
500
qu'ils vont
yards
sortir ce
from
plus assez
Bloodhound.
rapidement l'année
Surface radar
prochaine.
has a new contact. Bearing 028. Range 5,500 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 028. Range 5,500 yards. I designate contact easy. Time 14:31.
Bloodhound. this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Dog, bearing 147. Range 6,800 yards from Bloodhound. Ready depth charges. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Dog, last known at bearing 148. Range 7,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 116. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 135. Range 8,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 132. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Roger. Hockey engaging.
À la limite, j'ai peut-être pas besoin d'attendre le radar pour tirer.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 150. Range from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Dog, sonar reports sound of sinking submarine. Fire 2. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie made a depth charge attack on contact. Charlie, unknown results. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 328. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
All escorts, contact Dog.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. Easy. Bearing 026. Range 4,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Good job.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 349. Range 800 yards from Bloodhound.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Roger. Antler engaging.
49. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 012. Range 800 yards from Bloodhound. 012. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Easy. Last known bearing 032. Range 4,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 021. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Ouais, je crois que je vais faire une vidéo découverte sur Rise of Light.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 030. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 122. Range 6,600 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 122.
Fire 3.
Range 6,600 yards. I designate contact Fox. Time 14:35.
Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing 122. Last range 6,100 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 172. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Charlie, bearing 135. Range 8,100 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 136. Range 8,100 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained contact. Charlie, bearing 137. Range 8,100 yards from Bloodhound. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 007. Range 3,700 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 007. Range 3,700 yards. I designate contact George. Time 14:36.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 263. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 291. Range 400 yards.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage
Bloodhound,
contact.
this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Charlie. Last known at bearing 135. Range 7,400 yards from Bloodhound. Roger. Antler engaging contact. Fox.
All escorts, contact easy.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 353. Range 300 yards. Wake on left cut.
Well done.
All ships. Ice ahead. Convoy, change course. Right to course. 054.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Roger. Hockey engaging. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 075. Range 300 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 089. Range 300 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 101. Range 300 yards. Weak propeller noise.
Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 156. Range 300 yards. Weak propeller noise.
Aye, sir.
Ah, ouais, le radar. Attention, dès qu'il disparaît, boum, on largue.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing 1.
Fire 1.
8.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fire 2. Last bearing. 156. Fire last 3. Range 300 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 227. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged. 227. Course.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 323. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
Course 323. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 358. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound.
8. Course 358. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 033. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound.
3. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Charlie. Bearing 131. Range 7,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Floating debris. Bearing 114.
Bloodhound,
Fire
this is
1.
Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing
Fire 2.
079. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Fire 3 depth charges. Shallow pattern. 079. Course 079. Aye, sir.
J'ai manqué. J'ai essayé de faire sur le
Bloodhound, this is Maple.
radar.
Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 169. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
169. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 253. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing 197. Bridge, starboard lookout. Floating debris. Bearing 193.
Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 330. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
30. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Charlie. Last known at bearing 131. Range 7,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 045. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
45. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 107. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
10.
Enfin, ça nous arrive quand même de couler quelques sous-marins, c'est déjà ça.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 157. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
Course 157. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Regain
Attention.
contact. Able. Bearing 188. Range 200 yards. 8. Course
1-8.
Combat sonar. Fire contact. Able. Last bearing 1-8. Fire 2. 8. Last range 200 yards. Fire 3. Starboard lookout. Oil slick bearing 205.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 308. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
Lost contact. George, last bearing 037. Last range 1,500 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Floating debris. Bearing 202. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 026. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Course 026. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Charlie. Bearing 128. Range 7,100 yards from Bloodhound.
C'est bon. Parfait. Là, la disposition est
Bloodhound, this is
parfaite.
Hockey. Hockey regained contact. George. Bearing 034. Range 2,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 023. Range 5,000 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 023. Range 5,000 yards. I designate contact. How? Time 14:45.
Ouais, ça va,
Bloodhound,
c'est
this
bon.
is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 110. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Able. Last known at bearing 122. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. How?
Roger. Hockey engaging contact. How?
Non, je pense qu'il faut...
Maple, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to
Il ne faut
engage.
pas
Roger,
laisser de
people
répit aux
engaging.
sous-marins. Aucun répit pour les U-boats ennemis, je pense. Je pense que c'est comme ça quand on en a l'occasion. Aucun répit pour les sous-marins ennemis. Donc là, je course à Belle. Maple va attaquer George. Oki va attaquer O. Hunter
Bloodhound,
va
this is
attaquer
Hockey.
Fox.
Hockey made a depth
Nancy
charge attack on
attaque
contact.
George.
George, unknown results.
Charlie
Lost
plutôt,
contact.
Nancy.
How? Last bearing 027. Last range 4,100 yards.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 194. Range 300 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regained contact. George. Bearing 015. Range 1,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has regained contact. How? Bearing 025. Range 4,300 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Charlie. Last known at bearing 131. Range 6,800 yards from Bloodhound. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 288. Range 200 yards. Weak propeller noise. Bloodhound, This is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Charlie. Bearing 130. Range 6,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing 253. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 005. Range 500 yards. Bearings drifting left.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, dead ahead.
Je vois pas d'iceberg, moi.
Lost contact. How? Last bearing 032. Last range 4,500 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 041. Range 600 yards. Estimated depth deep. Ready depth charges. Deep pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 127. Range 7,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 065. Range 400 yards. Wake on left cut.
Attention. Dès que ça disparaît,
Surface radar has regained contact.
Yeah.
How? Bearing 039er. Range 4,100 yards. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 105. Last range 200 yards. Ready depth charges. Deep pattern. 05.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. How? Bearing 040. Range 3,800 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
c'est bon. Spoté. Contact perdu. Parfait. Eh bien, configuration. Vérifier sur Able.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George. Last known at bearing 350. Range 1,900 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, starboard bow. Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
Le 0,90.
New course 090. Course
Bloodhound,
0.
this is Maple.
90.
Maple made a
Aye,
depth
sir.
charge attack on contact. George. Unknown results.
New course 105. Course 105. Aye, sir.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, starboard bow. Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
Ça va, c'est hyper rapide.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing 016. Range 3,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
C'est bon.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
C'est bon.
this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. How? Unknown results.
Non, ça me va, ça.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. George, bearing 317, range 3,800 yards from Bloodhound.
Je vois les navires marchands là du convoi, parfait.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple made a depth charge attack on contact.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 077. Range 5,500 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 077. Range 5,500 yards. I designate contact. Item. Time 14:54.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
Contact item now bears 078. Range 5,000 yards. New course 07.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, port bow.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George, last known at bearing 309, range 4,800 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has regained contact. Fox bearing 096. Range 3,600 yards.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 096. Range 3,500 yards. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. How? Bearing 324. Range 3,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Red Oak has been torpedoed and is taking on water.
Bridge, ice lookout. Iceberg, starboard bow.
Stand by to fire.
Contact item now bears 08.
Bearing steady.
Range 3,900 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple made a depth charge attack on contact.
We've lost Red Oak. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
Contact item now bears 086. Range 3,500 yards.
Bearing steady.
Voilà.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Contact item now bears 09.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing 311. Range 4,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Lost contact item last bearing 090. Last range 2,800 yards.
Contact decreasing depth. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. How? Bearing 308. Range 4,500 yards
Ils sont tout
from
perdus,
Bloodhound.
évidemment. Alors, est-ce que... Oh.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. How? Unknown results. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing 103. Last range 2,000 yards.
Surface radar has regained contact. Fox bearing 104. Range 2,000 yards. Contact Fox now bears 103. Range 1,900 yards.
Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Charlie. Bearing 195. Range 3,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Contact Fox now bears 098. Range 1,000. Lost contact. Fox last bearing 098. Last range 1,500 yards.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces contacts qui se perdent? C'est pas possible. Énervant.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 098. Range 900 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Item now bears 104. Range 500 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George. Last known at bearing 295. Range 7,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Item now bears 106. Range 500 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 045. Range 5,600 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 045.
Fire 1.
Range 5,600 yards.
Fire 2.
Contact. Jig. Time 14.
Fire
9.
3. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Fox, bearing 062. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 019er. Range 4,500 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 019. Range 4,500 yards. I designate contact King. Time 14:59.
Combat sonar, lost contact. Item, last bearing 106. Last range 400 yards. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing 294. Range 7,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regained contact. George. Bearing 295. Range 8,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple made a depth charge attack on contact. George. Unknown.
Surface radar has regained contact. King, bearing 009er. Range 3,800 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Fox, bearing 311. Range 1,000 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie made a depth charge attack on contact. Charlie, unknown results. Course 311. Aye, sir. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Fox, bearing 304. Range 1,400 yards from Bloodhound.
304. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Charlie. Bearing 237. Range 4,000 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Fox, bearing 290. Range 1,200 yards from Bloodhound.
90. Aye, sir.
Alors j'imagine un peu. Si je faisais par exemple une partie sur Mountain Blade
Bloodhound,
Bannerlord,
this is Antler. Antler
juste
now has
ne
sonar
serait-ce que
contact.
pour
Fox, bearing
enquêter sur
291,
la folie
range
de
900
Natec 16,
yards
ben
from
là ce sera
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound,
carrément
this is
200
Mountie.
vidéos.
Mountie lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 227. Range 3,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Pride of Queensland is sinking.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. How? Bearing 289. Range 7,600 yards from
Moi
Bloodhound.
j'aime bien quand je commence des campagnes, j'aime bien y finir quoi.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Fox, bearing 304. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Fox, last known at bearing 309. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
We've lost Pride of Queensland. All ships, maneuver to avoid.
Fire 1. Fire 2. Ready depth charges. Fire shallow pattern.
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Fox, bearing 100. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing 286. Range 6,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Fox, bearing 124. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Elle est là.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George, last known at bearing 290. Range
Là, j'ai l'impression qu'il
6,700
tient en
yards
respect.
from
Hein.
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Fox, bearing 147. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Atlantic Trader is sinking.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. How? Unknown results.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has
All known enemy subs have been sunk or deterred from attacking. Well done.
Ah, on a quand même réussi une bataille là. Défaite mineure alors qu'on les a tenus en respect, non mais c'est n'importe quoi aussi la notation. Ouais, écoute, on
The
continue.
battles are
c'est tout.
fierce. We are getting better, but so are the Germans. We will have to double our efforts if we are to come out on top. If we keep losses low, as they were today, we can win this war. The Allies can get ahead of the Germans if we sink more U-boats than they can build to replace them. Today was a step in that direction. The ice lookouts did an exceptional job, and the crew's skillful maneuvering got us through safely. I guess we could do better, but it's not the end of the world. Well, we made it to the midpoint, but not all ships made it this far. We took a few losses. Some supplies didn't make it through, but it is the loss of lives I will never get used to.
Ah, voilà l'autre. Avec le président Roosevelt derrière, qu'est-ce qu'il va encore me dire lui?
Good morning, Captain. Please be seated. That was yet another large convoy for you. You reported more U-boat activity than any other recent convoy. In the heat of battle, losses are expected, The Germans are still in this fight. The Germans hit you, but you hit back. These are times that test us all. You are improving, yet have much more room to grow.
Défaite majeure. N'importe quoi. Donc 2B et 2C, ça fait un D maintenant. N'importe quoi. Enfin, c'est bref. Ah, on avance. Mission 9, ouais. Youhou! Je passe à la mission 9, je suis super content. Youhou! Ah, bon. Prochaine bataille, j'enregistre mission 9. Ça avance.
XO. This is the largest convoy yet that Jansen has escorted. The Allies appear to be turning the tide on the war's material output and shipping capacity.
Does it say how many other escorts are coming with us?
Not enough.
When has it ever been enough?
Here's something new. Allied intelligence reports that the Germans have new technology, making their subs more difficult to find. They call it the snorkel, and it allows them to recharge their batteries from periscope depth. This new development could be troubling.
Is there anything more about that? I mean, can they still be spotted by radar?
No, there's no more information.
Let's just hope they haven't fitted enough subs with it to make a difference. Any mention of air support?
Yes, there should be good coverage along almost the entire route. The weather report looks good. Of course, the accuracy more than a few days out is always questionable.
Yes. Do you recall the last forecast that was for good weather? Even the saltiest of the crew got seasick. Captain, I will go meet with the department heads now, and issue the appropriate orders to continue making ready for sailing tomorrow morning.
With each successive crossing, I wonder if it will be my last. Early on, I feared losing the ship to the enemy. I still do, but less so now, with the crew getting better each trip. The XO could easily take command of Jansen, and I could get promoted to escort commander, or even be ordered ashore to become a training officer to help train the newly commissioned officers who man the newer ships. For the time present, however, it is still my job to command Jansen on this next convoy. When will this war end? We will be forming the convoy with the other escorts at Argentia. The waters around the port are treacherous, especially near Chambers Cove. We had a few serious incidents there last year. This convoy has the most ships I've ever seen in one. It is also a huge target, and if the Germans find us, they will have plenty of ships to shoot at. We have to keep any U-boats we find on the defensive, for if one gets inside the escort screen, chaos will ensue. I am pleased that the weather will be good, at least for the first half of the crossing. The sailing orders say to expect nearly full-time air patrols. If the flyboys can find a sub, we can sink it, or at least deny an opportunity to attack our convoy's ships. The previous convoy was nearly wiped out by several wolfpack attacks along the way. I suppose those boats are still out there in great numbers, biding their time.
Liberty Bell has been torpedoed and is taking on water.
Bloodhound, take station to get between the convoy and the attacking sub. Over.
Bloodhound acknowledges. Out.
Officer of the deck, set general quarters.
Set general quarters. Aye. General quarters. General quarters. All hands man your battle stations. Set conditions zebra throughout the ship.
Stern depth charge detail manned and ready. Main battery ports manned and ready. Engineering officer of the watch reports engineering manned and ready. Zebra set. 4 boilers online. Max speed 32 knots. Electric plant split. All fire pumps online.
Very well.
We've lost Liberty Bell. All ship.
Bon, on va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Cliquez sur le petit pouce bleu, mettez le commentaire qui fait plaisir, abonnez-vous à la chaîne, et nous nous retrouverons bientôt pour une prochaine vidéo sur le jeu Destroyer The U-Boat Hunter. D'ici là, portez-vous bien. Ciao à tous.